Hi, my name is Vladimir and this is Not So Boring Processes, the video series on YouTube and LinkedIn where I'm sharing with you 9 lessons I've learned when building my company and team to scale. The lesson number 9, the last lesson of the series, and I wanted to make it special. And I think the lesson here, the biggest takeaway for me, and I want to deliver it to you is have a healthy amount of curiosity when you're crafting and improving on your processes. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you have something in your company. It might be sales process, project management process, lead generation process, something that works. That worked for you for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, that works for you over a year. Here's the thing, you kind of notice, right, in your business, it's either growing or it's shrinking. There is no such thing as being like stable and not changing. It's always either up or down. Same with the processes. Your processes are either improving and increasing productivity in your company, or step by step they're decreasing. And for those processes who are like long-term, sometimes they tend to become obsolete. And some of the time you see the opportunity. What if we did that? How the process would work? Would it work as expected? Would it crash? We don't know. But as entrepreneurs, we often want to play it safe and just say, nah, let's stick to it. It worked before, why should we do it now? I'll give you a perfect example why curiosity changed my company and my organization. As I'm recording this video, it's Saturday, and we've never worked on Saturdays, especially with my video editor. And we had a problem with content schedule, meaning I wasn't producing enough content, it wasn't being produced on time, wasn't published, there was a stress involved. And I always had this time in my calendar, by the way, book your calendar all the time for these events, like to film videos on like Wednesday. And I had like 3 hours to do it, and I usually spam it with different meetings, like, I don't care, I'll record sometime next time. It never happened, right? So I ended up with a scarcity of content. And I said, but what if? What if it worked for us before? I was recording on Wednesdays, but it doesn't sound to work before, like before, because I have now a lot of tasks. What if we do Saturday? And I come on Saturday, and you, my video editor, come on Saturday, and we actually film those, right? How does it change? Will we be able? Nah, it's weekends, right? But we tried. So what is happening? We've actually found a breakthrough. So for me, in order to be very productive at delivering value over the camera to you, I need to be focused 100%. And this is what's happening here on Saturday. Meaning there are no distractions, no tasks. There is my tea, there is my microphone, there is you, and here we are making sure we can build great business together. So if I didn't have this curiosity, if I were like, let's just do what we did, I'll try my best to record it during weekdays, it would never happen. We of course shifted our schedule, so my video editor will enjoy his Monday at rest. But the lesson here is, don't be afraid to experiment. Have a bit of curiosity. I'm not saying flip everything like upside down, but step by step try new things. All the breakthroughs in my business and my career happened specifically because I tried something new. Every time, I'm not saying it always works. Sometimes it screws things up. Sometimes there's some fires happening all over the place. But if you try this long enough, the outcomes will outweigh all the problems and disadvantages this creates. And if I were to give the biggest lesson out of the series, it would be have curiosity and have faith in what you do and try new things if you believe this can change your process for the better. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video.